Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Unleashed His Anger? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, a bit of disclaimer, this may get a bit dark and gory, so heads up. And moving onwards, yes, I apologize for taking the days off, but I don't know how I was taking extra care of myself. Many of the OG fans would know that during this time, like January and December of every new year, I get sick. And yeah, I was trying my best not to do so, but I don't know how it happened again. Man, it's like it's a time set for me to get sick in this time span between December and January. And yeah, I did. It was a fever and a runny nose. I couldn't barely speak or anything, so I was resting. That is all I did. And yeah, I hope you guys don't mind at all and we're enjoying your holidays as well. Now let's get back to the business. That is why you're here, the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins 13 years after the Kyubi attack at the outskirts of Konoha no Sato, where a pursuit was in take. Sasuke Uchiha had deserted the village of Konoha, and his teammate Naruto and a few of his friends were sent by the Hokage Tsunade Senju to grab him and retrieve him back. One by one, the teammates fell behind because of the traps that were laid out for them to make sure that Sasuke escaped, even if it costed them their lives. But Naruto's friends held them on and sent him to go and do the final job, and that was to track Sasuke down and bring him back. And so, Naruto was able to arrive at the Valley of the End, a place where an Uchiha as well as a Senju fought, the legends of Konoha in their own right. As Naruto, panting heavily, looked towards the other side of the whole site, on top of the statue of Madara facing Hashirama was Sasuke, standing like a moody brat, looking towards him. "Why have you come after me, Naruto? This has nothing to do with you. Leave! I'm done with Konoha." "Why? Why throw it away? You had everything there." "You damn bastard. What is it to you, huh? You're not the one who lost his family. I did. My brother was the one who killed my family in front of my eyes. I saw my clan died, but you had nothing. Nothing of like that. Of sort. You would never be able to realize the pain I went through." As Naruto, he clenched his jaw but sighed. "Even if that may be, I am someone who is going to bring you back whether you like it or not, because that is the order of the Hokage. And do what? Even if you are able to bring me back, all they're gonna do is listen to me, and if you even are capable of placing a scratch on me, and that is a big if, I will just say that you were the reason that I left, and look what will happen. You will be the one whose life will be turned into literal hell." As Naruto stood there, listening to this, Sasuke smirked, realizing that he was getting under Naruto's skin. He knew Naruto wanted to become the Hokage of that place, and wanted to become strong, and wanted to gain attention. You know what's funny? After all this time, you're so dumb to realize that they don't like you. Heck, I don't even like you. I, alongside them all, detest you. You're nothing more than a monster. As Naruto's eyes widened, "How did you? Oh, don't you think I know? The civilians that talk, right after the death of the Lord Third, who was your sole protector. Everyone began to talk, and we all realized what you are. Sooner or later, they too, your friends as you call them, will realize this, and what do you think will happen? They will leave you, abandon you. Then what will you do, Naruto? You will have no place to turn to. That is what you all will be. Nothing." As Naruto listened to this, the anger that he had buried deep within was finally rising as the words echoed in his head, the words of the old man. It was in Sarutobi. "Remember, Naruto, someone must have to make a sacrifice. Someone has to be the bigger man." But those words, they were shattering as cracks began to appear in front of them. As Sasuke finally hit the final nail into the coffin. "You would amount to nothing. You don't even deserve the amount of attention you have gotten. You are going to be thrown away even if you succeed. And I'm gonna make sure that they do throw you away. Enough! I have had enough of you. Did I broke your heart? But that is the truth, Naruto. You will always be a demon. A no good bastard of a demon. A clanless fool who thinks he can rise to the ranks of the Hokage. Chasing some shadows that he can never even touch. As Naruto then did something. Sasuke blinked for a second. Naruto closed the gap from where he was standing to in front of him. His eyes, they held and unleashed anger like no other. As soon as Sasuke saw the fist coming towards him, he smirked. His Sharingan blared as he put his arm in front to block the attack. But the sheer force and intensity behind it crushed it, shattering his bones as Sasuke's eyes widened, connecting the fist, ripping through his arm to his face, sending him straight to the forest backwards, slamming into the huge piles of rocks. Orochimaru, watching this from afar, froze for a moment. Orochimaru-sama, Sasuke can die. Wait for the time being. I am witnessing something entirely different here, Kabuto, said Orochimaru. But Orochimaru-sama, I said wait. Sasuke has to prove that he truly deserves to be my student, doesn't he? But what if he dies and he's supposed to be your... I can intervene when I see enough. I want to see the extent of his powers. As Sasuke got up, and this time he too was enraged. His wounds began to heal fast as the curse-marked flames began to spread throughout his body, and he charged towards Naruto. You bastard! I'm gonna make you pay, he said, as blood splat out from his mouth because of the broken teeth as he charged towards Naruto. But Naruto, his anger was something like that of a monster unleashed, much farther than the Kyuubi even. Naruto literally took his fist head on as Sasuke's fist connected to Naruto's jaw. Naruto didn't even move a centimeter and grabbed onto both of his hands and twisted them downwards, causing cracks to appear. As Sasuke let out a scream and Naruto slammed his head into his, causing Sasuke's nose to be broken. As Sasuke let out a scream, Get away from me! You monster! You're gonna kill me! Isn't that what you wanted? A monster? A no-good monster? Isn't that what you all wanted? Ah! Tell me, you bastard! Said Naruto, getting on top of him, grabbing with one hand Sasuke by his collar and began to repeatedly punch with the other. As Naruto unleashed his anger. Come on, say it! Say my name! Who am I? A monster or Naruto? Naruto continued onwards without taking a breath. Orochimaru-sama, he's gonna die like this! And that is when Orochimaru intervened, using his neck chop technique to try to knock Naruto out. Naruto fell to his knees. Orochimaru thought that Naruto had knocked out, but Naruto's anger only increased. He grabbed Orochimaru by the torso and delivered a gut punch, causing Orochimaru to literally fall to his knees, clutching his gut. Damn it, I thought he was knocked out cold. As Naruto grabbed Orochimaru's face and kneed him into the eye, causing one of his eyes to pop out. As Orochimaru was on the ground, rolling in agony. You bastard! You know what you have done? I'm gonna make you pay! No. I'm done paying for something I haven't done. It's time I make those who have done something to me pay. And Naruto made an example out of Orochimaru. Half an hour later, we see at the Valley of the End, a dog arrived. Here, Kakashi, said the said dog. It was Pakun, the Ninken pup of Kakashi, who was a tracker and had been tracking Naruto's scent because all the other rookies were retrieved back, injured very critically, some of them while the others barely. As Kakashi panted heavily. Where could they have gone to? Pakun, I need you to track their scent. Their scent ends here. I can't track anything out of here. As that is when Pakun noticed something. I caught his scent. It's on the other side, there, in the forest, but what, Pakun? He's approaching us. Two of them are injured. Someone is tracking them. What? But it's only supposed to be Sasuke and Naruto. As Kakashi was already worried, alarm bell rang in his head, but what came out shocked him. It was Naruto. A different one, not the one that he has sent. And behind him, being dragged, were the two bodies of Orochimaru, a beaten and bruised one, and knocked out cold, and similar Sasuke, with a broken arms and a broken jaw and nose as well. As Naruto arrived in front of Kakashi and said, "There, I got your precious student for you. Hope that's enough for Konoha." And so, Kakashi looked towards Naruto and blinked. "What do you mean by that, Naruto?" "Nothing." As Naruto then went past by him, leaving Kakashi to his own devices with the two bodies that were there, very critically injured. He only stopped for a moment and said, "They're injured. They're gonna need some help." "Yeah, kid, no shit, they're gonna need a lot of help," said Pakun, as he turned towards Kakashi and said, "Look, the kid got them for you. He's unharmed from the looks of it." "He's not unharmed, I can tell." "What? But I don't see any physical harm." "It's not physically harmed, but mentally and emotionally, whatever Sasuke did, it has harmed him too much to turn out like this." As now we see Tsunade on the other side, at the gates of Konoha, was waiting for Naruto or Kakashi or any news. As Naruto walked in, his fists were still red. As he stopped at the gates, "Naruto, look at your knuckles. Are you injured?" "No, Bachan, I'm fine. I'm gonna go and take a shower and rest." "Naruto, if that's not your blood, is that Sasuke's?" "Yes." "You, how could you?" As Sakura was about to slap him, Naruto grabbed her wrist so tightly she was about to scream, until Naruto then said, "Don't you dare try to hit me, Sakura. I tried my best. I'm not gonna take any more of your words or your hurt. You hear me?" said Naruto, looking towards the people who were watching this all. "If any one of you try to so much as such badmouth me, I'm gonna rip your tongue out." "Naruto, what is going on here? Are you sure you're okay?" says Tsunade. "I'm fine, Bachan. I am more fine than you think." As Naruto walked in and went straight towards his home, while the people, they were quite shocked as well, shell-shocked even. And when Kakashi arrived, they were somewhat furious and scared. As Tsunade looked towards Kakashi, What happened? And is that Orochimaru as well?" Naruto baited them from the looks of it. "On his own. But he was uninjured, unharmed. In the Chunin exams, he told me that he almost died. Yes, that is what I'm scared about. What could have caused this to happen? We don't know." As Tsunade then said, rubbing her temples, "Bring them in. At least he caught them." And so that is how the mission went. It was successful, and not only Sasuke Uchiha was retrieved, but also Orochimaru. Both of their minds were scanned by an Yamanaka, and a new sort of information because of Orochimaru being a past Akatsuki members and knowing the whole plan was revealed to them as well. And Jiraiya was called back. As Naruto, he was nowhere to be seen. He hasn't met with any single one of his friends and hasn't been contacted by them as well. As inside the office, Tsunade has been doing some digging as to why this would happen to Naruto. Maybe her sensei would have left a clue, but she found nothing. As that is when Jiraiya arrived. "What are you looking for, Hime? There's so many scrolls scattered everywhere in your office. I'm looking for something regarding Naruto. It has been bothering me. The boy's personality switched, like a switch was flipped or something. He became so angry and vowed that he would rip out the tongue of people who even badmouthed him. I was quite pissed at him as to why would he say that to the people." "Oh, so it happened. What happened?" "He finally lost it." "Lost what, Jiraiya? Stop beating around the bush and tell me," says Tsunade, slamming her hands onto the table. As Jiraiya revealed, "Naruto has always been temperamental. Not just like a normal Uzumaki or Kushina-like temperamental, a proper, legendary Uzumaki temperamental one. He was born with it." "Wait, you mean those temperamental Uzumakis who are known as myths? They're not myths. You're looking at one. Even though he is a half Uzumaki like yourself, he is still one. And a temperamental one. You know that they had the power, strength, and chakra unleashed as their anger increased. So much so that they were alonely were able to change the tide of the battle. I am aware of those tales. So you mean to say that that is what is going on with Naruto?" "Yes, and to make sure that this doesn't happen, Iruzan-sama, he made me place a seal, a small one, on Naruto to keep his anger piling up. I made it so much so that it it wouldn't have been able to, you know, crack or stop working within this lifetime of his. How much longer did you make that? At least for 150 years or so. But but he's angry. I misjudged. There's no way you can stop something like this. What I thought was nothing more than an ocean I could hold with the dam that I built with the help of a seal was a tsunami, in fact. As Tsunade gulped, you do know that his strength will increase with his anger, right? And his anger is not gonna calm down from here on out. Only one person in the whole world could calm such a person down, and that is... I know. Either someone who he truly loves or cares about, or his own parents. Especially in Uzumaki. He didn't lash out me at that much, Jiraiya, because I believe I am an Uzumaki and sees me as such. That may be true, Hime, but we really need to look into this and be very cautious. What does the council say? They want him punished. You know what would happen if they do, right? Said Jiraiya. Of course I do. I know he's angry, something is off. I don't want to piss him off, and neither does everyone else, because the people they're afraid, and so are his own peers, because they have realized that Naruto has changed in overnight or so. Especially Sakura, that girl was shell-shocked. She has realized what Sasuke has done, and what did he exactly do to piss Naruto off so much, and what followed afterwards. Good. And what else did you find? Through Orochimaru we have found a lot of information. An organization that he was a part of, Akatsuki. I want you to look into it. They have a plan which I fear. As Tsunade laid out the details about the Ten Tails and their plan to capture each and every one of the Bijus, I don't think that is gonna work out anymore. Me investigating them. I know where their hideout is, in the Rain Country. Two of them are my own students. One of them died a long time ago. It was sad, but I trained those three. Maybe you can talk to them, Jiraiya. No. What we need to do is alert the other villages. The information that we have gotten thanks to Naruto, it is vital, and the time is crucial, Hime. You need to take an action and call for a Kage summit at Konoha. But what do you think will happen? The other villages, they have no other choice. Tell them this is code black. The most emergency. Fine. I just hope you know what you're doing. What are you gonna do in the meantime? I'm gonna go try to talk to Naruto and see if he's cooled down or not. And so, while Tsunade worked on gathering the other Kages, we see Jiraiya arriving near where Naruto's apartment was, and stopped in his tracks as he saw a girl with purple hair and white eyes standing there with a grey jacket. She had in her hand a box and a bag of treats and a bowl of ramen as well. As Naruto opened it, "Oh, Hinata, what do you want?" Naruto-kun, come inside," said Naruto as Jiraiya smiled, and he began to keep an eye on them, quote-unquote. As within Naruto's apartment we see from Naruto's perspective, Naruto brought Hinata in and was quite confused as to why she would visit him. Most of his friends haven't. Why would she? You know, you're the first one to visit. I was expecting maybe Shikamaru or Choji at least. They're, still recovering. Choji-san was badly injured. I see. I should have visited them, but I was too angry at myself and at them. I understand, Naruto. No, you don't, Hinata. No, you don't. Okay, I won't pretend that I tried to understand, but for what it's worth, I'm here if you want someone to listen to. As Naruto looked towards her and looked directly into her eyes, he wasn't the same knucklehead as he was before. He was now much more cautious after what he has gone throughout his life and what his boiling point has been. He was now much more cautious. Fine. What's that? Oh, I brought some treats for you. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a bowl of ramen because the Ichiragos were sick for the time being. Oh, should have visited them as well. Anyways, I will later onwards. So what did you brought? cinnamon rolls. I kind of liked them. I did not know what sweets you liked. Let me go get some plates and we can eat them together. As Jiraiya smiled, watching them chat and having sweets together, and after what seemingly looked like an hour, when Hinata left, saying to Naruto to take care of himself, Naruto only did smile and calmed down. And that is when Jiraiya arrived. "Hey, Rasanin, what are you doing here?" said Naruto, almost returning to his normal self. "Glad to see you're back in bright mood, kid." "Hey, are you trying to ruin my mood or something, old man?" "No, Naruto, of course not. Look, I want to talk to you. Can I come inside?" "Come inside," said Naruto, letting out a tired sigh as Jiraiya went in. He closed the door. "What is it? Did Bachan put you up to this?" "No. I want to check on you." "Look, kid, what you did was partially my fault. The anger, all that happened to you." "What?" "Look, don't get mad, but..." Jiraiya began to explain what he did and why it might have happened. "Look," said Naruto, pinching the bridge of his nose, "so you placed a seal on me to keep my anger from boiling over, fearing what I did to Sasuke and Orochimaru." "Yes, because you're a special type of Uzumaki. You're one of those who can't see anything when they get angry. All they see is red, and with their anger, their chakra and their strength and physical powers increases tenfold. And you're that Uzumaki, Naruto. And because of that, you were quite hard to control at a young age. So we did this, control. So that's what I am, a puppet? No, that came out wrong. I mean, your anger was hard to control. Look, even at the age of 4, what would you expect if a 4-year-old went out and destroyed a lot of people and killed a lot of people? Yeah, that would be quite bad, wouldn't it? See? You're getting the point. But what you did is quite bad, old man. So be prepared, because I'm gonna, as Naruto smirked, not kill you, but prank you so to make you wish that you were dead. Fine, I accept the punishment, whatever it is. So what's it gonna be? Nah, that would ruin out the fun if I tell you what the prank is. You just wait. As now Jiraiya felt something cold in his guts as shudders appeared throughout his body. "I just feel chills." You better. "So, what did we find?" said Naruto, sitting next to Jiraiya. "We found out about an organization known as Akatsuki and what their goal is." And so Jiraiya talked about it for a bit to Naruto and revealed somewhat bits to it. Wow. So an organization that believes the 10-tail is out there and can be revived. And the Moon Eye plan. This is quite bad. If that happens, then... yes, it could end really, really bad, Naruto. The council, they want you punished, but Hime so far has been able to put up with them. Look, if anything happens, we want you to know you can trust me and Tsunade. Why are you talking about that? Because it seems like the council might be planning something, Naruto. Their Uchiha-sama is after all injured. Yeah, right. Look. Here, take this, and keep this hidden with you. What is that? As Naruto looked to the bundles of scrolls in his hands, these are story scrolls from your father. It's high time you know who your father is. And from me as well. What? Why? Look, I'm your godfather, Naruto. And you are the son of the 4th Hokage. That is why you were the one that was picked to be the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoku. Because only an Uzumaki was capable enough of holding it. And you know, since 4th is your idol, who is his wife? The red hot-blooded habanero, Shina Uzumaki. Wow, why did I never thought of that? She is an Uzumaki, she could have been my mother. And she died right around the time I was born. See? You're not dumb, you just don't give yourself that much credit. Shut up. But why hide it from me, at least, so much? Look, your mother had enemies with Kumo. And then same could be said for your father with Iwa. 2 villages with powers that could be so much that they could infiltrate at such a weakened time for Konoha. They would have gotten to you to get back at your parents. We had to make sure that you would remain hidden. But what we did not thought was that people would give this much backlash to you. That is why I hate about Konoha. People are just dumb. Dumber than bricks sometimes. True, that might be, kid. But There are some good people here as well, such as the Ichirakus. You know, I was about to beat you with my fist, but then I remembered what you said is right. Ichirakus may be the best and only good people in this village. Aside from Hinata, maybe. That girl is kind and nice. She even took the time and courage to visit me, even though she's the most shyest one out of the group of my friends. Yeah, of course she will. You saw that? Of course I did. You pervert! I'm gonna beat you to death! And so Jiraiya began to run away as Naruto began his chase. While on the other side, a week later, we see in Konoha all the other Kages arrive with their delegation. The council was now shifting in mummers as to see what was going on. As the 5 Kages were in a meeting, Jiraiya and Tsunade took the charge and revealed everything to them, leaving not a single detail out what they were able to extract from Orochimaru's mind through Yamanaka's and give them the briefest amount of details. As Oniki then revealed, by stating this, so if this plan, as we presume from your words, is true, Tsunade, what do you want us to do exactly? We want you all to be in a form of alliance with us, at least with all of us, so that we, putting aside our anger and hatred for the time being, focus on a common enemy, and that is the Akatsuki. They cannot allow to linger any longer. They have worked for some of us, and they know ins and outs of the village. God knows what they have been able to do throughout their time. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kinda agree with her, said A. What do you mean by that, right, Kage? Said Oniki. Look, Oniki-san, with all due respect, she is right. I know we both have a grudge against Konoha in our own accord, but still, there is no debate that if Akatsuki is allowed to pursue this plan, we all will suffer greatly. And this Monai plan of their own, placing everyone under a genjutsu across the world, it may sound like not doable, but think about it. They have a Rinnegan user, and they already have the access to the 10-tail husk. All they need is the 9 Bijus, and most of us have allowed them within our villages, and God knows if they have been keeping an eye on the others. There are key members from different villages that are S-rank members who have deserted. For example, from Eva, it's your student, ex-student, Deidara. That bastard joined the Akatsuki? Yes. Damn it. Now this is not nice. From Kiri Meisan, it's Kisame Hoshigaki. A swordsman. I must have known. And the most dangerous one as well. He has the live blade, the Samehara. It is not nice. We need to retrieve that blade back. It belongs to our village. And then there was Kumo. Luckily from your village it's no one major, but the nearby villages have. Of course we don't sire any traders. And then there were from Suna. Unfortunately, Rasa-san, there is a problem. It's Sasori of the Red Sand that is, well, in the Akatsuki. This is not good. He is a fugitive who is wanted. He has used live people to turn them into puppets before. We cannot no longer overlook this. And from Konoha it was Orochimaru, and now it is Itachi Uchiha Genjutsu Master. The Uchiha massacre person, right? Said Onigi. Yes. We need to take care of them. After we deal with them and make sure that Akatsuki is done and dealt with, we go on our own ways. And one more thing, please, said Tsunade. No more spy missions. No more war. Just a ceasefire, if not a peace treaty. Consider yourself lucky, Tsunade, because I'm feeling generous today. I agree, said Onigi, as the other agrees as well. And so, they begin to pile and pull in their resources and form shinobi teams, as Naruto then began to ask Jiraiya, what the hell is taking them so long? Why can't these all old coots sit at one side and just let us handle this? Look, kid, I know that you're eager and all that, but you are one of their targets. If you are exposed, there could be danger. I don't care about exposure. All I need is them and my fist to connect. While the Konoha and the other nations prepared, Akatsuki wasn't falling any behind. They, with their spy, was able to intervene and were able to realize the oncoming attack and have prepared some surprises. Using the Erotense scroll techniques that Zetsu had memorized by sneaking into Konoha, they have sacrificed some Zetsu clones to revive the dead Kages of the past. of each and every village, and not only them, the Zetsu army as well, and the golems. And once all of them were gathered, the shinobi army faced the Zetsu army of Akatsuki, and the war began. They were facing the legends of their own pasts as well, and Naruto, he saw his own father there, and to him that was it. He began to see red, so much so that he descended like hell upon them. Wherever he was, Akatsuki's army forces were being flung left and right in air, as the Akatsuki main group decided to intervene, as Kisame as well as Itachi tried to get him. Naruto jumped, breaking through each and every genjutsu in an instant, connecting his fist to the jaws of Itachi, sending him flying with an uppercut. And then he lunged towards Kisame, who used Samehara to block his attacks, but Naruto with his sheer strength and hands began to break the blade in half, like tearing a paper in two sideways. What? Impossible! You can't do this! As Naruto tore the sword off, killing it, and then grabbed onto the throat of Kisame and slammed him with a choke slam to the ground, causing a huge crater to appear there. As after that he went towards Deidara and Sasori, and then Hidan and Kakuzu. One after the other, the Akatsuki members were falling alongside their army like dominos. Damn it, that Uzumaki brat! I should have known that he is one of those pure-blooded, angry, hot-headed Uzumakis. What? They're from the past, Obito. That is why they went extinct, because as soon as those Uzumaki ceased to exist for some time, the three villages charged at their village and destroyed their whole clan. God knows why one of them remained, and has to be our target. As now we see, the other Akatsuki members then pulled in their Kages, at least the Edo Tensei ones, and surrounded Naruto. You fought well, kid. Naruto, I'm sorry, said his own father as Naruto's anger increased. Don't you worry, Dad. I'm gonna free you and every other Kage here. That is my promise. As Naruto's chakra began to leak out, it was purple, dense, so much so that it was like Goku's Super Saiyan state, aura surrounding his body. As every Kage alongside every shinobi witnessed this and said, my god, that Tobirama, it's his own chakra. It's better than your Aniki. Look at it. Hey, don't roast me or anything. I must admit though, the next generation of Konoha is sure making me proud. It's not over yet. He's going to blow up like a true Uzumaki style. As Minato then said, well, I can testify that Uzumaki anger you don't want to mess with. True, amen to that, brother, said Hashirama. Both of them had Uzumaki wives, so they could tell what was happening. Can you two please stop saying that you're like one another for the time being? This is serious, said Hiruzen. Naruto, calm down. Remember what I said. To hell with that, GT. Now's not the time to be the bigger man or be calm. It's time to crush them, and that is what I'm going to do. And so, Naruto released hell upon them, and his father and the other Edo Tensei Kages, because of the sheer force of Naruto's chakra, were given enough immunity that Minato, being a genius as he was able to create a counter to the control seal and rendered the control of Zetsu useless. Damn it! I can't control the Kages, and now the Edo Tensei Kages, who could not be reverse summoned until they let go of themselves freely, went after the Akatsuki alongside the shinobi alliances, who rushed forward, defeating the Zetsu army, pushing the two members to the edge, and in the end, Naruto grabbed both of them with a choke slam, slamming them down and grinding Rasengan into their guts and punching their brains out. And after that, Naruto was calmed down. Both of his arms and face were painted red as he was panting heavily. Son, you need to calm down your anger. Iwa, Kumo, and Kiri must pay as well, said Naruto, shaking violently. They killed my whole clan. As the people who were celebrating and cheering stopped. What the hell? Tsunade, control his tongue. What does he mean by that? You old bastard. Because of you, my clan was wiped out. I'm gonna make you all pay for what your ancestors have done. As the Kages now stood in front, as Minato tried to speak to him. Calm down, Naruto. No, I won't. I can feel it. The strength and power. It is needed for this. It's time to deliver the justice to the unjust they have done to my people. No, it's not. You need to calm down, said a voice from within. What do you mean? Why are you speaking to me even? I thought we were not on the same page. You didn't even bother helping me, so why now? Aren't you supposed to hate them? As much as I am supposed to hate them. You're not supposed to kill them. What's done in the past is in the past, says the man who continues to hate. Even after all that went down with him wasn't even my fault. I know, and I'm sorry for that. But your anger is consuming you. That is the biggest curse of the tyrant Uzumakis, as one called them. Or I call them. Tyrant Uzumakis. As Naruto began to simmer down, and bit by bit he calmed down until Minato arrived and hugged him. I'm so proud of you, Naruto. You chose to be the bigger man as Hiruzen-sama said. Yeah, being that is a joke. As Naruto punched him into the guts, as Minato fell to his knees. No, her son, even though I'm at a tensei, I can still feel pain. Good, because you deserve it, you old bastard. Leaving me to be the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi in Wolfston, do you know how much I... As Naruto's lips quivered for the first time as his eyes welled up with tears and fell down. He complained to his father. And his father, he hugged him and patted his shoulder, telling him how much he proud was of him and loved him. And he was happy at least his son was a bigger man and a kind one at that, to see past his hatred and anger, even though the other people deserved it 100%. And so, the fourth war came to an end, and Naruto had gained one new friend, a close one that he found even the tiniest bit of free time to get along with, Hinata. She has been there with him when he was at the darker time and needed someone, and now he was there for her, unaware that he was falling for her. And he, at the age of 18, when he became a sage and someone who was able to control his anger at will, realized in love with her. As an 18-year-old Naruto stood wearing the 6th Hokage robes next to his now fiancée and future wife Hinata, as both of them held hands and looked towards Konoha, their own one, as the people cheered down below, as Tsunade, Jiraiya, both holding hands together, watched with a smile. As Naruto looked towards the stone faces and then towards them, as they nodded and Naruto nodded back at them, because he knew he chose to be the bigger man. All the while Sasuke, Uchiha and Orochimaru were saved on wheelchair and watching this from the prison, because they have realized that Naruto, with all his power and glory, even though they considered him a dope and idiot, was able to do what he said he would. Well, Sasuke, he had failed, and miserably so. As this is where I will be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's call it a short movie because it's almost like a short movie. So yeah, let's end this short movie here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And follow me on my other channel as well, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.